Welcome, my dear listeners. Stay with me to get the spoilers first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen tomorrow on YNR. Holden and Lily are shaken by what Malcolm tells them in The Young and the Restless. The newest Young and the Restless spoilers put the Winters family in a very emotional place. The fallout centers on life-changing revelation. Malcolm Winters is back in Genoa City. He is very sick, and the truth he tells Lily Winters and Holden Novak changes everything. Malcolm has been diagnosed with aplastic anemia and needs a bone marrow transplant. This makes his return a race against time instead of a sentimental reunion. At the same time, Stephanie Simmons shows up with a secret that changes the family's history in a big way. The story starts with hope and then breaks that hope, which is what makes it so powerful. Malcolm goes to Lily because he trusts her and because he needs someone he loves to help him stay alive. Lily is moved by the apple and wants to help in any way she can, but the spoilers quickly make things worse. Lily cannot be a donor because of her cancer treatment history. The woman who wants to save Malcolm cannot be the one to do it. Holden becomes the story's emotional center at that point. Stephanie goes to Genoa City to warn him and tell him the truth about his father. The news hits him like a bomb. Malcolm is Holden's biological father. That one piece of information doesn't just change Holden's life, it also changes his place in Lily's life. Since the spoilers also say that Lily and Holden are biologically half-siblings, Lily's brother, whom she never knew she had, is the same man she has been trying to help. The timing couldn't be worse. Malcolm tells Lily on the April 7 recap that he has aplastic anemia and needs a transplant. On the April 8 recap, Stephanie tells Holden that Malcolm is his father. The story then gets more tense. Lily finds out she cannot donate, and Holden has to deal with the fact that the person asking for help is his biological father. That means the family secret isn't just a random turn of events. It is part of the same emergency that is now putting Malcolm's life in danger. Lily's response is so human that it breaks my heart. She is shocked, sad, and searching for another way to help because she cannot be a donor herself. Spoilers say that she will turn to Tracy for help, and later she keeps working to keep Malcolm in the only way she knows how. In the story, Lily is the emotional bridge. She is both the daughter trying to protect Malcolm and the sister trying to get to Holden before fear or anger stops him. Holden's side of the story is just as unstable. He is not just learning something about his family, he is also learning that everything he thought he knew about himself might not be true. Stephanie's confession shakes him up, and the spoilers show him having to deal with the news while also being asked if he could help Malcolm in any way. One summary even says that Malcolm will be tested to see if he can be a donor, but later finds out that he is not a match. That makes his emotional journey even harder because even he thought of saving Malcolm doesn't lead to an easy answer. The April 10 recap makes the disappointment even worse. Holden does get his results, but he is not a donor match. This means the family has to look for hope elsewhere. The same recap says that Lily wants to test Matty and Charlie next, which shows how quickly the crisis spreads from one part to the family tree to next. What began as a father-son revelation grows into a much bigger search for an answer that could save a life. That is what makes the life-shaken part of the title so true. Holden is upset because Malcolm is his dad. Lily is upset because Holden is her brother. Malcolm is shaken because he has been asking for help and now he has to deal with a secret that changes what he means by the help he is asking for. It's very hard on the mind because no one gets just one piece of bad news. Every new piece of information hurts even more. The story also gives the Winters family a painful new view of story. The relationship between Malcolm and Lily has always been important on the show, and the spoiler covers makes it clear that Lily is touched that Malcolm came to her first. The later reveal of Malcolm's paternity makes that moment even more powerful because it wasn't just choosing a daughter to trust. He was unknowingly standing in front of the daughter of his life. Those kinds of emotional reversals from the past are great for soap operas. People are most likely to argue about Stephanie's role. The spoiler trail makes it clear that she is the one who knows the truth about Holden's father, and it looks like the reveal has been hidden for years. That kind of confession that comes too late always changes the story's moral shape. Stephanie isn't just giving out information, she is also making the people around her face the cost of every year that truth stayed hidden. This reveal also has a very modern soap twist. The family doesn't get to shout out the emotional truth before the medical emergency forces them to act. Malcolm needs help right now. Lily cannot help in the way she wants to. Holden is the newly discovered son who might have been the answer. But he doesn't match either. The end result is a story that doesn't let anyone feel better emotionally. Each answer brings up a new problem. That's why the story seems so big. It's not just about who gave birth to whom, it's about what happens when a medical emergency and a family secret come together and make everyone reveal who they really are under pressure. Lily is the one who is trying to keep things together. Holden is the one who is trying to figure out where he fits in. Malcolm might not have enough time to wait for anyone to catch up. The spoiler coverage also hints that the fallout will go on after the first reveal. Lily keeps helping Malcolm and the family starts to look into other possible donors. So the story doesn't end with Holden's shocking news that he is a father. It's getting worse and worse, with family obligations, old secrets, and the question of who steps up when biology doesn't work. Holden's new role as Malcolm's son could also put a strain on his relationship with Claire. People are talking about how Claire might be drawn to Holden after the truth about his paternity comes out. This means that this family reveal could also lead to romance and future storylines. That makes the twist even more important because it changes more than one bond. It is moving several of them at the same time. The emotions are simple, which keeps the whole arc grounded even when the plot is hard to follow. Lily loves Malcolm and wants to help him. Holden is hurt and overwhelmed, but he has to be in a place where his body might have the answer. Malcolm is scared and is trying to be brave by asking for help. Stephanie is carrying the weight of the truth. The changing family tree makes the story hit hard, but those feelings are what make it hit hard. When the April 10th spoilers come out, it's clear that Holden isn't a match. Lily is still looking for a way to help, and Malcolm's life is still in danger. The truth about the paternity doesn't fix anything, even though it hurts. It makes the pain worse and spreads it to more people in the Winters family. The real genuine of the story is that it gives the audience a big surprise and then asks a harder question right away. What can people actually do with the truth now that they know it? That's exactly what the current spoilers say, that Holden and Lily are shaken by Malcolm's revelation. They are shaken by the truth about their family, the medical emergency, and the fact that the answer to Malcolm's survival may have been right in front of them the whole time. The reveal doesn't just change the family's history, it changes how people feel in every room those characters go into next. And this is where the story really stops being about shock and it starts becoming about truth. Because when the young and the restless pushes a family this far, it's not testing their secrets, it's testing their hearts. Lily isn't just losing the chance to save Malcolm, she is being forced to watch hope slip through her hands slowly, painfully. And Holden, he didn't just gain a father, he gained a responsibility he never asked for, and then lost the one way he could prove it mattered. To me, that's what makes this storyline so powerful. It doesn't reward the truth, it punishes the delay for it. Because if this secret had come out sooner, would things be different today? Would Malcolm already have to help he needs instead of running out of time? That question alone is going to haunt every character moving forward. And here's my honest take. I think this story is building towards something even more emotional, not just a search for a donor, but a moment where someone unexpected steps up. Maybe from the extended family, maybe someone we are not even thinking about yet. Because soaps like this don't just break hearts, they rebuild them. when you least expect it. But until that moment comes, the tension is only going to rise. So let me ask you this. If you were Holden, would you feel obligated to love a father you just found, even if it came too late? And if you were Lily, how do you keep believing in hope when every answer keeps turning into another loss? Something tells me the biggest twist in the story hasn't even happened yet. And when it does, it might change everything we think we know about this family.